Hello and welcome back to another travel vlog, and this time we're off to New York. This is my first time here, so I am really excited to share all of my experiences with all of you. And let's start off by how did I get to my hotel from the airport? So I took the subway, which is the most convenient and quickest way to travel in New York. However, I would say prepare yourself for the dirt and the constant smell of pee. Anyway, so my hotel was called Now Now and it was in NoHo near Bleecker Street, and the location was extremely convenient. I did forget to record the front of the hotel, but this is the entrance up to where the rooms are, and the rooms are sort of in like a first class cabin kind of way. They're quite small, but it's for the location, it was brilliant. And you have the toilet and the shower just at the end of the hallway. After extremely good night's sleep, I woke up the next morning, and this is what the area of the hotel looked like, and was extremely close to Chinatown. So I made my way to the viral Golden Diner to try their fluffy pancakes. I forgot the full name of it, but I would say come early. I went around 8:45 and I was the third person in the queue already. Nevertheless, the pancakes had to be one of the best pancakes I've had in my entire life. And they cook it right in front of you, so it's still very warm and gooey inside. And it's not that sweet as I expected it to be. After that hearty breakfast, I was off to see the Brooklyn Bridge, and on the way, you can see the Williamsburg Bridge, which is right here. Um, I did want to visit this pier, but it was closed for construction. It took me around half an hour to walk across the Brooklyn Bridge from Manhattan, well, lower Manhattan, up until Brooklyn, and it had to be one of the most beautiful walks I have done, and I highly, highly recommend walking across rather than just getting a tour bus or a cab, because you'll see one of the most beautiful sights of the Manhattan skyline. Then I made my way to the Brooklyn Heights promenade to get a better view of the Manhattan skyline. From there, I basically walked that route up until Dumbo. One of the ways I actually do this is I sort of put destinations on Google Maps. So, for example, I would from Chinatown, I did to Dumbo to see the iconic um Manhattan Bridge. Forgot the name for a moment. Um, and then in between, I'll add the spots in, for example, the Brooklyn Heights Promenade, Times Out Market, and things like that. So that way I can plan out the entire day and I get to see all these beautiful sights. Time to get some tacos, and I went to Los Tacos, which was right behind my hostel, and it's probably one of the most viral taco places, and I completely get it. It's so good. After that, I did a little walk to Washington Square Park. Again, it was super close to my hotel, and as you can see, it was packed. It's near NYU, so you can see a ton of students there, and it was just a vibe. It was yeah, it was a vibe. Let's just say that. I hung around there for a bit, got overwhelmed by the crowd, then just decided to go back to my hostel and call it an early night in. Day two in the concrete jungle, and my next stop was Apollo Bagels. It needs no introduction, it's literally everywhere. But I personally was a little bit underwhelmed by the bagel. I got the basic tomato cream cheese bagel, everything bagel. Yeah, I just didn't see why it was so popular. I took the Staten Island ferry, which is completely free, to do a little round and see the Statue of Liberty. I know a lot of people do say it's quite busy and you barely get to see the Statue of Liberty, but I went on a weekday around 12:30, so there was no rush for me. So if you want to go see it, I'd recommend going around that time to avoid any rush. And it was a fairly quick ride. I literally did half an hour there, half an hour back, and I literally got off, got back onto the next ferry, and made my way back to Manhattan. So if you are on a bit of a time crunch and not in New York for very long, I think that's the most convenient way to kind of see the Statue of Liberty. Also, I stumbled across this little store which I thought was amped for souvenir shopping. I went to a yet another viral spot for dinner today, the Halal Cart at Times Square, and I also checked out Magnolia Bakery, which was right opposite it, and two places I completely understand why is viral. I also got a cookie from Levain Bakery that night, but I wasn't the biggest fan. It was quite average. This was my last day in New York, well, half a day, and I was off getting breakfast. And my choice of cafe today was the Supermoon Bakehouse. And you know what? This is probably the best bakery I have had in my entire life. I got the Dan Dan noodles pastry and the Supermoon ube ice cream sandwich. I cannot recommend this place enough. It was the best thing I've had this entire trip. Overall, it was a great trip, absolutely perfect for solo traveling. Loved the location of my hotel, which was in NoHo near Bleecker Street specifically. But unfortunately, 3 days was just not enough.